Oh shit. What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NXTGEN720, and I am back with another video. I have two very distinguished gentlemen on my show today. I've been blessed these guys want to come by my sleazy ass channel and help to clean up my YouTube image, quote unquote. But anyway, you guys introduce yourself.
All right, so hello there, good evening, people. We are Drop Dead Interactive. We're a small indie dev team from the UK. We're making a game called Gauntlet, which will be on Xbox One, summer 2015. It's a 2D kind of side-scrolling action game. It's kind of a bit like Sonic's original bonus stage, combined with Super Meat Boy, with Guitar Hero thrown in for good measure. It's quite unique, we think. It's brutally difficult. And we've been building it together for about 1.5 years, but he's been building it quite a bit longer than that.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, hi, my name's Jay. Right? You can tell Steve's a bit more the talker here, and I'm just the coder that sits in the
I see.
That's what I do, baby.
Yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, the original concept for the game came probably about 6 years ago. And just due to things like work and kids and getting married, things like that, sort of kept putting off the game and chipping away at it, restarting it. But with the ID Xbox program, it seemed the perfect time for sort of the game to be sort of, you know, given the full push and put in the public spotlight, and that's why we're sort of, you know, trying to work at it as best as we can and just get it straight up.
All right, question. Now, is this your guys' first game, or your first game, or you? First of all, so before I even go there, how many people are part of your team? Is it just y'all two, or what's going on?
Okay, so the core team is the two of us. There was more like 1.5 years ago or something, but when it came down to it, and when we reformed, we just made it us, because I think the small, I mean, one person's really difficult. You have to be damn skilled to be able to do all the coding and the art and the sound. But I think with a small team, you can make on-the-fly decisions and alter your game design really quickly. Bigger the team, less that you can do that. But we do have someone working on our art for us who we pay. Same with the sound, because we can't do everything at once, and we've both got full-time jobs, so we've got to try and balance that kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, you know, he does all the coding, the lead design. You know, this is his concept. He built it. And I just kind of came in like 1.5 years ago, I suppose, and started helping design bits of the game, levels, you know, concepts and stuff like that. And now we're at the kind of stage where we're kind of like 35% there, kind of, you know, levels are kind of getting there, the art's starting to get there. So yeah, it's coming along. It's nice getting there.
Okay. Now, question. Oh, you know, the juicy stuff, like, you know, people. Well, I'm gonna ask you the question, like a lot of the public wants to know. Now, too, you guys are a small company, right? Now, what do you guys go to Kickstarter? How do you guys get the funding and say, hey, you know what, I want to make a game? Like, what do you go? Like, you know, what do you do? Someone's looking at it.
Yeah, let Jay answer this one.
Yeah, basically, we have thought about Kickstarter. Some of the fears that we sort of had with Kickstarter was that because we're not known, and people might see us as a team that might not deliver on the product as many other Kickstarters have done. So we didn't want to fall into that category, and we didn't want to sort of take our project by having any sort of failed Kickstarter. So we thought, you know, we would basically dip into our own pockets.
Well, yeah, we're funding it, yeah.
Yeah, so no one's basically at risk with anything. We're funding everything. So therefore, we're showing how determined we are to give this product to the gamers, and we just felt that by doing everything ourselves, you know, people will show us respect for that, and you know, we can just see that we're not sort of trying to make a game just from sort of getting handouts and just, you know, blowing it and stuff like that, as other people have done.
Oh, okay, all right.
We've both got experience in games before, but not loads. I mean, Jay's made quite a few games before. He's made a game for XSplig when that was, you know, a thing on 360. I did the same, and I've made a couple of mobile games as well. So we've got, which did very well. So we've got reasonable background, but this is the biggest thing we've kind of worked on together before.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, now here's another question. Was it what? All right. Well, you have the big three. You have the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Wii U. What made you choose the Xbox One first? No, before you go, is it a multi-platform game or is it the Xbox One exclusive?
It'll come out to an Xbox One first, and the reason that we want the Xbox first is because we are Xbox gamers. Done. We're not super fanboys or anything, but we play Xbox. So I play a lot of Steam as well. I've got a Nintendo Wii U and all that stuff, and that's fine. But my girlfriend's an Xbox as well, so and my friends are. It happens, doesn't it? Like your circle of friends is either like a PS4 or where you all play Xbox and we all play Xbox. So we just want it on Xbox first, but we want it on Steam as well, and down the line we'd like it on PS4, and we'd like it on. But Xbox for us is the focus. That's the one we want out there first, and we want to make sure it's the best it can be on that console. Everything about it in terms of the way the buttons work has been designed around the Xbox pad. So,
I'll just go on a bit more about that. For us, I mean, Xbox has been really brilliant with us. They've shown us a lot of sort of attention. I mean, Sony and Nintendo haven't been as vocal, so for us, we want to go to someone that actually seems like they're interested in what we're working on. And a quick little story from when I went to ID at London. Phil Spencer played this game, and he really loved it. So much that he called his friends over, and he even said, "This is the type of thing we'd like to have on the Xbox." So from hearing something like that, you sort of directed to continue in that direction. So for me, him having that recognition sort of set my mind on this is the console. But I mean, I've had Xbox since the OG.
Eddie.
I've had PlayStation, but for me, Xbox it's got I'm a gadget kind of guy. I like things that a bit like you, as you said, gadgets. So I like.
Well, I say I'm a faggot that loves gadgets. Yeah.
So for me, it was just the Xbox has the features. The response I got from Phil Spencer, and then just the support that we've been getting from the people at Idea Xbox. So it was a no-brainer really.
It's a massive motivator as well. Like two guys, full-time jobs, working your evenings, trying to get a game done. And then they say yes, and you're like, woohoo!
Okay, so let me ask you another question, okay, if you don't mind. If you can't answer it, it's fine. To make a game like you're making right now, how much does it cost? How much, before have you guys got a Kickstarter, or that you want like me to promote, or, are you guys taking donations also?
We haven't set anything up yet for donations.
Okay.
We probably should. We possibly should. I mean, Patreon's really big at the minute, isn't it, and stuff like that. But at the minute, we're just self-funding. I mean, we pay for all our art ourselves. We pay for the sound ourselves. We're paying to go to events. We're going to pay to go and.
Well, that has to be kind of costly. It
is. I mean, we're talking. By the time we finished, it'll be a couple of, in the thousands, a good few thousand, if not more, beyond that. But we've got enough savings that we know we can just about handle it, ish. But we do get some funding from someone, that'd be great. If it's not dependent on someone saying, hey, we're going to publish that, because I don't, we're at the point now where we're going to go straight on Xbox in the summer, and really just a little bit of support would be nice, like from funding group or something. That'd be cool. But we're doing all right. We've got stuff sorted with our team. We know what they're doing, and because they're contractors, we can kind of guide what we want. And so it's everything's been working really, really nicely so far.
Yeah, and to tie to that, with a Kickstarter campaign, I've heard from other developers that it's sort of like having a little part-time job, because you have to manage the campaign. You have to constantly update it. You have to engage with the backers and stuff like that, which is always good to engage with your backers and the community and stuff like that. But when you're sort of feeling that you're obliged to do it, it becomes it takes over the development. And I spend most of my free time working on the game, because I don't want to rush the game and bring out something that starts crashing, or
It's time. It's time.
Yeah,
Like if we were full time, like making it, like this game. What we're hoping is this game is the catalyst for to be bigger. You know, it's the thing that will make us jump into full time game dev and have the time to learn more stuff and make.
Everybody wants to be the next Minecraft. Why the hell not? What's the next Floppy Bird?
Yeah, don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Think that'll,
hey man, $1 in a dream, man. You never know, man. Someone
completely.
You know what I mean?
I think Minecraft just hit at the right time.
You know what?
Digital Lego, man, it just rocked the world, I think, for a little bit.
Well, not even so much Minecraft. Look at the other little games like my daughter loves to play. What's the Subway Surfer, the little shit there? She loves that shit, you know. Let me ask you a question, okay? And maybe you can point me in, like I said, if you can't answer it, fine. Like I said, I'm not really with the ambush. It's called ambush journalism. Now, you have 2 platforms, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, be honest with you. A lot of times, like I said, indies get a lot of knock. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have given indies a fair share heartache. You know what I mean? But is it costly to make an indie game that would take advantage of the Xbox One and the PS4 hardware? Does that cost more money, more skill?
Yes.
Like what, you know?
Yes, because if you really want to take.
Let me answer that, Steve. Let me answer that because I know more of the technology. I would say that most of the cost with a lot of these companies is paying for the developer's time to not go to work. So therefore, if I was to charge myself as a developer, then yes, it would get costly. You know, we have to start paying ourselves proper wages. So I wouldn't say it's the money that sort of determines the quality of the game. It's, you know, the amount of time you're spending on it.
Yeah, totally agree. I think it's more, you know, when you've got these massively powerful consoles. You know, look at No Man's Sky. Now that's an indie. That looks beautiful, and it's gonna take advantage of a load of the different options that PS4 has. But that's a much bigger team, with bigger resources and massive funding, and they're doing it full time, and that's the difference, I suppose. The tiniest indie can be an absolute piece of genius. It really, really can. But it just needs to be applied properly. And as Jay, you know, has said a number of times, you don't put out crap. You keep iterating and iterating and iterating until it's pretty well good enough to be done. And that's the best way to go about game dev.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, again, so now save this. All right. Now, say if you had a vision, you guys had a vision, and you say, you know what, I want to make this game because. The reason why I say it turn up a lot of gamers because we do have these big, powerful new consoles, and they're giving these games, these indie games, they can run on an NES. Not saying, I'm gonna be honest here. For those people that say that graphics don't matter, they do matter. If that's the case, little bit nobody's supposed to upgrade from the Game Boy Advance. Now that doesn't mean the game doesn't have that great graphics to be fun. But say you guys had this vision. You know, we're going to make this game with dragons and naked women and swords and all types of magic, and you need the money. And if you were to take this, hey, you know, if you can, I don't know what it would take to get a meeting with Phil or Aaron Greenberg, and you would take your vision to one of them, would it be hard to say, quote unquote, to get them, not even so much from Microsoft, to get anyone on board, whether it be Valve or Nintendo, or is it hard, you know, being that you guys are a small team? Or, you know what I mean, or would it be hard? You know what I mean? Cause I'm being honest, I don't know what it cost them to make Minecraft, but Jesus, you know, that, I didn't listen. And again, and I don't care for Minecraft, and everybody knows I'm an Xbox fanboy through and through, but I did not realize how big that game was until I went after Microsoft said they were acquiring us. I went in Walmart, I see Lunchbox t-shirts, like, shit, the game is huge, you know what I mean? But like I said again, if you had this big vision, like, I want to make this game badass graphics, would it be hard to get a meeting with, you know, with say someone at, you know, Microsoft, Sony, or even Nintendo to get them to fund your ideas, your thoughts? What have you guys thought about that also?
Jay?
I would say similar to sort of the idea Xbox program. You sort of you submit your idea, and you know it's up for whoever you're sending it to decide whether or not they think it's something that, you know, is going to be what they consider, you know, a big AAA title, or whatever. It's the same as any normal guy saying to someone, "I've got an idea for a game." It's, you know, whether it's a tangible idea or not. So
this medium is exactly the same as film, the same as literature, the same as music, in that there will always be an independent underground to those mediums. Always. Film's got it, and it's had it for years. This wonderful independent movement. Some people enjoy that, some people don't. Simple as that. But the big difference now is that what people consider a small indie audience, a niche audience, can be absolutely huge. And these niche audiences aren't so niche anymore, I think, and that's the major difference now. Indies can get out there, and if they hook on a little nerve, like these roguelikes have them, like Binding of Isaac, or or some of the other cool indies that come out, they can get a massive audience. And I know what you mean. Some gamers just look at the AAAs and think, well, that's the Hollywood blockbuster. That's what I'm going to play. I've always been down the middle of games. I like all kinds of games, so I think it just depends on the gamer.
I'll tell you one thing.
Well, also,
I was going to tell you one thing. When I went for one of my first interviews, I went to this job interview, and they said, what makes you want to get into games? And I said to them, I want to make a game like Call of Duty. At the time, that was my sort of inspiration into getting into games, to be on a team as big as that and make a game like Call of Duty. But as things went on, I felt a bit more peace within myself, and the ability to have that creativity and freedom, to then say to myself, actually, I don't want to work for a big team. I want to do my own thing, and that's what set me about to starting up Drop Dead Interactive. So
there are companies out there knocking out first-person shooters and RPGs and racing games and all the rest of it, and sports games. Why do we need to do it? And when you work in those companies, you're doing 14 hours a day normally. You're doing the usual slog of work. It's on something cool and creative, and a lot of people love that. But the idea of doing something with just two of us, that's ours, that's our idea, that we made, that we created, that we're releasing, that's way more. That's way cooler, I think, to me. Way cooler. And you've got much more control. If these companies decide to change 6 months in, it's going to take a month to make that change. We can do it in a night. So much more flexible and adaptable.
Okay, let me tell you, I'm giving you guys the secret here. I'm going to give you guys the secret now. Let's take my advice. I'm not going to charge you. This here is free. If you want to have a successful game on Xbox Live, the most important thing, have easy achievements. People are achievement whores. Don't make the achievements too hard, man.
There's a few easy, but there's so much will be hard.
Too late.
I'm not saying you got to cheese them out to death, but
like the Simpsons game. You want to press the start button and get 5 points or something.
Put it this way. There's one achievement that you will get so easily that that's just us showing you love.
Yeah, a tiny bit of love, tiny.
But that's, like I said, really important. People are achievement whores. People love their gaming score.
This is a game we want people to just, it's going to be damn hard, and we want people to spend loads of time looking at them.
You want you to feel like you've earned it.
Yeah, exactly. But fairly, not like the game's taking the piss, but, it's been designed well enough for you to feel like this is damn hard, but it's my fault I just died that 100th time.
Also, let me ask you another question. Do you... And I think, again, like, you take games like, like Tetris was very, very addictive. Like, old Tetris like that was smashed. And I think, like I said, when it comes to indie, I think, you got to find the in-between to something that has to be kind of addictive. Not too hard, but, I don't know, like the curators of Tetris, like, I think to me, and would that still be considered an indie or whatever the hell? When I can say indie,
it was a Russian guy. It was a Russian guy, and the Russian state took that game off him in the end and made loads of money off it. He only got back in the last few years. Yeah. But Tetris, I mean, when you think about it,
Russia, because that's a communist country back then.
Yeah, exactly.
They took all of his.
You think about that game back in the day. I mean, on the Game Boy when that came out, that was 1989. I was 10. I had a Game Boy.
Yeah, the Game Boy.
Awesome.
Yeah, the Game Boy.
That was a AAA.
Yeah.
That was on a Nintendo platform. That got bundled with the system. Tetris was a AAA. Back in the day. And I think what's happened is what we used to think of maybe AAA, the 2D type of games, looser 3D games with smaller teams, and that kind of PC mod scene back in the kind of 90s, and the homebrew stuff in Britain on the Spectrum and things have now become this indie scene. we've kind of paralleled with the AAAs now. So I think that's what's kind of happening. I think a lot of the AAAs are learning as well. You know, a lot of them are starting to open up little indie groups or bringing back like Activision bringing back, you know, King's Quest, you know, stuff like that, bringing back the old school. So I think there's a bit of a turn happening. It's been happening for the last few years. So we'll just see if it gets too kind of packed everywhere. You know, the storefronts get too many games and stuff. Because XSplit, that was the problem with XSplit.
Oh yeah, like I said, you know, I mean, I just said, I take a look at last generation, and I do apologize if I sound like a fanboy, but I take a look at last generation when we had the Xbox 360, when you got indie games, what we call them, Xbox Live Arcade games, or whatever.
Yeah.
You got them every Wednesday, and you know, it wasn't a big deal to the Sony, I guess. Oh, you know, they said those weren't real games, and now this generation, everyone is waving, oh, you know, the indie thing. But like I said, I'm just trying to be politically correct here. You know, I'm gonna leave my fanboyness not in. So, I got even better. Here you go. So, at the launch, you had the Xbox One, you had the PS1. It's no secret Microsoft stumbled out of the gate, right? Even like I said, I'm gonna ask you your personal, you know, look, because there have been a lot of rumors that Microsoft has been very shitty when it comes to indie developers, you know, when it comes to their royalties or whatever the case may be. Have you had any problems with Microsoft? Now, have they been fair and just with you guys?
We both work with Microsoft since XSplit to some extent. My brother has released Windows Phone games with Microsoft, and we have had absolutely no problems with ID at Xbox at all. They've been brilliant with us, haven't they, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't speak for anyone else, but my personal experience has been nothing but good. They, you know, you want a quick response, they give it to you.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we got on a program, and you know, we've got the dev kits, as everyone knows, is given out, and you know, it's been nothing but, you know, love.
Are they free? I heard, is that true? I heard that every Xbox One is supposed to be a dev kit. Is that true?
You would have to ask a member of Microsoft about that. We don't know anything to do with that.
Man, but that's what they were saying, that, you know, that every Xbox One has the potentially to be a dev kit. You know, going forward, I'm not saying I know a little about gaming. That with a dev kit, you usually have double the RAM and, you know, double the resources, you know, or whatever, just to allow yourself room to make errors and get it together. But you know, that was, I think, Microsoft. Way of saying, hey, we're indie friendly. Like every Xbox One stands the potential of being its own dev kit. You can't answer that. You know, I'm not trying to be in the hot seat or something, but this was something that I was reading more that was coming from, you know, Larry Hybert's mouth and Phil Spencer. And I haven't heard much from that lately. I don't say that still be the case, or you can't say, or.
Same as you, really. Same information. I mean, you know, when it first happened, obviously, the idea was a thing, and I think the idea still might be to get those the retail boxes as the 360s were to dev kits. But same as you, really. We haven't heard anything, you know, in terms of that, and the developers in the current program simply, you know, we received dev kits, like 2 of them. Test the game.
Are you guys responsible for footing the bill for those dev kits, or are they free, or do you have to buy them?
Oh, no. If you're in the program, you're given the dev kits. There's no cost.
Okay, so not the dev kit. I'm gonna ask you guys 5 more questions. I'm gonna let you.
No. I think it's great. Wonderful communication, you know, and they sent the dev kits.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And they've been really helpful if we.
Yeah, that's what I want you to say.
Yeah. They've been brilliant.
Okay, now as far as the ID thing, I remember, I think it was last summer, it was this summer, this past, Microsoft had I remember seeing something on YouTube, and they had the ID program. A lot of people don't know what it is. Could you explain to the viewers right now, what exactly is this ID program? You know, is it a game, motorcycle game? What is it?
Well, it's Microsoft's indie game program for indie developers to, you know, be on Xbox Live alongside all the other games, all the AAAs and all the other indies. You have to have a concept for a game. The further down the line, the better, obviously. If you can show stuff and trailers and show gameplay and a demo or a build or something, then that's great. And you apply through the ID program. Easy to find on the internet. and that they check out all the submissions and get back to you. And if you're lucky enough and they like your game, you get accepted onto the program.
Oh, okay. All right. And if you're accepted onto the program, then they send you the dev kits, regardless how many. Now, a question. So to make a game like you guys making, you have that. Now, do you guys have a studio, or you're just doing this out the house?
So Zai, I would just say all the information is on the Idea Xbox website. Exactly what you need to do is on
everything we said is all there.
Best to go there.
No, I'm talking about as far as your studio. You guys have a studio, or do you guys, or are you guys? I'm asking you, or do you have a studio, or are you guys doing it?
Company is a registered company, yes.
But we work from home.
Okay, all right.
He lives. I only met Jay last year now, 2014, for the first time when we went to a game event, and we've been working together for like a year. I live in the south of England.
Oh, okay.
And he lives in Nottingham.
Now, also,
yeah, work at home.
Or do you guys have merchandise that you're selling, or anything that could plug here for you guys? Merch, T-shirts, hats, keychains, or anything like that?
Not yet, no. Again, because there's two of us, and we're so kind of time bound by things, trying to get everything done.
Okay, not a problem.
Get the game built and then work on that.
Now, here's the last question I have for you guys. Now, once this game is done, and this game is finished, are the wheels already turning for the next game, or?
Yeah, loosely.
Loosely, okay, all right.
We've got ideas floating around there, and it's just, I mean, when we build this stuff, when we make new games, we make new ideas, it's really about Jay first going, hey, this mechanic's cool. And then from there, you kind of start, working out maybe do you want a narrative in there? What kind of look do you want it? You build on that mechanic, make sure that one central mechanic plays well, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's anything else you would like to add, look in the company. Would you mind answering a question from anybody in the audience if they have any?
Yeah, go for it. I don't mind answering the questions.
All right, let me go to the page. You guys, if you have any questions, I got these guys in the hot seat. You can hold on. Let me refresh the page. I got. There we go. All right, here we go. Let me see. One guy's ERX Gaming is asking how much are you guys? Can you talk pricing? What are you guys going to charge for your game? Is it going to have DLC?
We haven't announced any pricing yet. We'll probably do that closer to the time. This is a game that's made for some DLC, but it all depends on the response from the fans and the people that buy the game.
Yeah, if it's popular enough, there'll be DLC. Definitely.
Oh, okay, of course. Oh, okay, all right. I got another question here. Here you go. Take your cheese crackers for tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Here, take your cheese crackers. I'm having an interview here. Take your cheese crackers. Love you. All right. So you said DLC depends on how popular the game is well received. All right. I guess guys, he said after the game is up on the Xbox One, this guy is a Sony fan. Do you have a time frame where they can look for it when it comes to the PlayStation 4? He's asking.
Currently, we haven't announced anything for the other platforms. Currently, we're just focusing mainly on the Xbox One.
Okay, all right, okay. But he's not ruling out other platforms. Okay. Well, like I said, that's basically about it.
Thoughts for the future. Thoughts for the future. Xbox.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, if you guys don't have anything else to add to this, thank you guys for coming down. I told you I wasn't too, too hard on you guys, was I?
No, it was cool, man. That was all good. All right, come and check out the website. Come and check out us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. And we'll be out next summer.
Okay, but like I said, if you guys get too big on me, like rock stars before the game launches, we have a weekly podcast, the Big Gamer Small Talk podcast. I would love if you guys come on the podcast one Sunday, also to promote your game. You have a real big audience, and like I said, I appreciate it, man. God bless, man. Thank you guys for coming by.
Brilliant, dude. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Cheers. Thanks.
Same to you, man. Same to you. God bless, man.
Take it easy.
We out here. Say bye, Maya. Say bye-bye. Yeah. No toys.
Bye bye.